Good morning, everybody. This is Janie with Graham's Backyard Living, and we're going to start out in the kitchen this morning. Welcome you back to a nice and sunny day. Yesterday was windy, cold, spitting rain, and why did I want to get out there and start putting up the siding? I guess because they said it was going to be frost last night, so I was working so hard to get some of that done. The vinyl is so heavy, it is a two-person job, but I did get up a panel, and I'll show you here in a little bit. I got up a panel in the big coop over here, the blue coop over here, just enough to kind of block the wind. It was windy and misty yesterday. And then I'll show you, I finished off the new coop because I didn't allot for that because those sheets are expensive. I'll show you what I got purchased. I got 6 by, and luckily I've been able to shut the heater off. Oh my goodness. And these are heavy right here, so I'm going to show you. So I got 4 of these 6 by 10 tarps. But as you can see out here, it's beautiful, nice and sunny. Now don't let that sun, I don't know, I haven't been out in a little bit. Oh, what are you doing, mister? Just checking out the neighborhood. I didn't, yeah, it is warming up out here. That sun was, is warm. What was crazy yesterday is I was, no, I think it was the day before that it got, the day before we were just having constant rain. Got up and went to the bathroom, came back out, and the whole pool cover was covered in ice. So we had like pea-sized hail, and it was just crazy. And then the sun would come out, and the sun would be hot. And then I think, well, I'm going to go outside and start this a little bit, pin up some. And I was doing the little coop. And before I could get my boots on and stuff and get ready to go outside, the clouds would come and it'd start pouring down rain again. So I just sat down that day and just said, forget it. But yesterday it did mist a little bit, but I did manage to get up a couple of the sides, and I've got 2 more to do, and then the rest is just going to have to be filled in. I'll show you what I'm doing with that. But why on a nice sunny day like this would I feel the urge to get all my peppers processed when I should have done that yesterday? It just, I don't know. So these are my projects I'm doing in the house and trying to get done this morning so I can get outside and start working. So these are the rest of my peppers. This is what I got as far as colored peppers. Just a few of those. I'm going to get those washed up. And so these are the last of my bell peppers. So I'll be bagging those up. And I made a little bit bigger chunk. I love this thing, this little processing thing. But I did the bigger squares because all of my other ones are done with the small squares. And then I got some pictures taken of like my poblanos. So all of these are getting roasted. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Oh, it looks... So what I'm doing, I'm going to make a, so today's cooking and what today's dinner is going to, for the dinner is I've got some chicken thawing out. I'm going to cook that up, and I'm going to make a green enchilada casserole. So these are coming out of the bag, and what I did is I put them in the oven, roasted them up on broil, and then you just take them and let them set out on this rack just to cool out for a few minutes, and then just so it doesn't melt the bag. And then I got them going in the bag, and because I had to pull all of these because of the weather, the incoming weather, these are poblanos, but they're a little bit smaller. So I'm going to use that for my chicken enchilada dinner for tonight. But these are easy just to pull. And then I'll cut that top off, clean all the seeds out of the center and lay them flat. So I'll do just like, it's like lasagna. So you'll do a layer of tortillas, but what I do is I do some sauce. So you put some sauce down, you cut up your tortillas into like more like squares, so it'll fit in here in the square dish really good. It's gonna be a square casserole. I think this is like, and then do a layer of chili, a layer of chicken, a layer of cheese, and just build it from there. And that'll be for tonight. Now these few that I got right here, I did get them to grow out pretty good size. So that's a little bit small one, but I opted to keep that one. I'm gonna do some poblano, like for poblano dinners. So what I do is I'll take those, clean them off the same way, take the seeds out of them. I'll stuff them with just a little bit of cream cheese. I'll mix up some cream cheese. I'll mix up some cream cheese and some, my husband's not really liking, we're really getting away from the salt. So even the sharp cheddar that a lot of recipes call for is really too salty for us. So I've gone to the Colby, like a Colby blend mix cheese. So I'll take that shredded cheese, mix it up with a little bit of cream cheese, stuff these, get them wrapped up tight, put them in a freezer bag, and I'll freeze those. Then all I got to do is I pull those out and they cook up. If anybody's had problems doing poblanos, I pull them out and let them thaw out for a little while, not a whole lot till they're, I still leave the insides and everything frozen. So that way they hold together until the outside, you know, you beat up your egg and get it real frothy, the egg white, and then you slowly add the egg yolk into it. I do a little bit of salt on the outside of that in that batter, and then batter them down really good. Throw them in the fryer, and they hold their shape and cook up until that outside cooks up with them really good. So I think, oh no, I got one more. I got one more batch, and my kitchen's a mess too. So I need, excuse me on that, and I'll have to clean. So these are all my different chilies. This is my biggest one. I'm so proud of that one. That's my Hatch. These are some of my Hatch chilies, a few of the wax hot peppers, and a few of the jalapenos. I'm going to take all these, core them, get all the seeds out of them, and just throw them in the freezer. And then I'll be making, yeah, my hair is so wild. I'm letting my hair grow out, folks. That's why it just looks so crazy. So, and then I just got a few left of these. I think I'm going to do the same thing with these little minis. I may make a brine and get all those minis thrown in there and get those done. But other than that, I'm going to get that done. Of course, it's already going on 12 o'clock. So my whole morning is just about done. But I'm going to take a walk around out here and see what I got done. But those are my projects I'm going to get done today, of course, on a beautiful day when I'd rather be out here. But it still has a little bit of a breeze going, and it is a little bit, just a little bit of chill, not much. But as you can see, the sun is out here, and it's beautiful, and I should have grabbed a hat. Of course, I never do. But I'll show you the house that I did over here. I got the Big Mama's house done. And let me tell you, it was a little while before I came this morning, and it was like a greenhouse in there. So I'm going to have to peel back a little bit of that. I'm trying to get the ground all dried out and everything because there was so much moisture in there. But I threw her some straw in there, and she's got some food. Where you at, Big Mama? Oh, there you are. That's that Big Mama out here digging in the dirt. Where's your daughter? Where's she at running around? She's out here running around somewhere. But as you can see, that back part, I cut that shading off. And you can't even hardly tell that I got that screen up. So we'll walk back here and look at it. And I got these little ones all opened up. Let's see if I can see them in here. It's been a hard couple of days. I'll get you all some water here in a little bit. Being all closed up in there. But I've opened up the bottom where they can go. See, they have a whole run that they can go in down there, but They just don't go out. They just don't go down there. So this is the plastic, and let me tell you, it does not hardly move at all. But I can't even see. But because I have this, because this is the west side, like I was telling you all the other day, so I got one little piece pieced together here, and then the rest of it's done with this fiberglass, because it's got to be shaded, because this right here is the west side. In the summertime, the sun sets about right there, and boy, this gets hot, and they don't come out. So hopefully I'll change that here before too long. But I just took like some screws and then washers and went in the grommets with it. But this doesn't move, and why this is so good for these birds right here, I don't know if it's this breed or what, but they are very, very flighty. So, yeah, and then these two. So whenever I run to an area where I can't put any screws in or whatever, I just zip tied the zip ties that they sent with me. But these birds, oh, see, I didn't get this painted, and look at this one's painted. Look at the difference. Wow. But these are, I have a few buffs in here, but these are cream leg bars. And then I have a couple of olive acres in here. And any little thing that moves in their pen or whatever, they just have a come apart. They flip out. So with this right here, it's not going to bat. It's not going to bat back and forth in the wind. And I could have pulled it a little bit tighter. But like I said, that's like a two-man job. This is like a two-man job. I'm hoping we get a day here or there that it gets warm. And if it does, all I got to do is cut those zip ties, pull it tighter, and I can get it a little bit tighter and a little bit straighter. But I just thought I'd just lay them in the house and they would warm up, and I could. But once I come out here yesterday, it was chilly and awful out here. Where are you babies at? Let me see. And see, I need to paint this one too. But this is going to be their little house for... Yeah, you're going to come talk to Mama? Come talk to Mama. You're a pretty boy. You're a pretty boy. With little cheeks. But when it's cold and nasty and windy, I close this up and give them a light for the daytime, because I can't open that up because it's just too cold on them right now. But yeah, in this house right here, I think I got a little bit too sealed up. So I've got this corner opened up so it can kind of dry out. But they're out here enjoying the sunshine. I hear Snowbird. What did you find, Snowbird? He is such a good rooster. When you have a rooster that pulls up a worm, I was watching him yesterday. So I moved some plastic and stuff, and there was a worm. He pulls up the worm halfway, and it's still hanging halfway in the ground, and he let the girls come and grab bites of it or whatever. And when he stands back, when I feed them in their trough, he stands back and he just watches over his girls and lets them eat first. And that's a good rooster. Tyson would peck at his girls. He wanted to eat first, and I loved his coloring and everything, but he was just a mess. Hey, Snowbird, that's my boy. What are you all doing this morning? Where's my Snowbird? That's my snow boy. Pretty boys and my girls. What are you all doing this morning? Oh, and you, of course, OMG. You gotta be right up in it. And Peggy has been a mess. Peggy girl. Here's Peggy. She's got to be right up in it. And what are you all doing? Huh? What are you all doing this morning? Is it beautiful outside? It was better than what it was yesterday, huh? And see Peggy with her foot. That's my girl. And that's my snow boy. And there's my girls. And there's my snow boy. What do you got to say, morning boy? One of my old girls. That's one of my old girls. You doing okay? You're looking pretty. Getting darker brown hair. Oh, and she's gonna... I'm gonna lay right here in the sun and enjoy some sunshine. And then snowbirds wanting to get you all frisky. Yep. But anyway, here is, so this is what I got done yesterday. I got part of this up. And I got the automatic door turned to the inside. And then I ordered, that was a 3x6 piece that goes over the door, and then the door just opens up. But you can see I got 2 zip ties there because I just got myself wore out. What I'll do is I'll pull it up there, and then I'll stick a screwdriver through it and pull it up and get it up to the edge. But I was just wore out yesterday. I just couldn't do no more. So as it warms up, I'll get it stretched out and get some of these wrinkles pulled out of here. But I can see through, they can see out, and then it wraps around over here. Like I said, this is a 6x10, so that's as far as I went. So I got another 6x10 that I'm going to put in the back and hopefully get it stretched really good, because you can see the sun coming through up underneath these trees. That's on one of the projects. Is me and my husband were talking, and we're talking about taking out every other tree on here that really needs to come out. But if you see the trunks, oh my goodness, it's going to be a job. We might have to hire somebody to see the trunks on those. And when they were planted here, when we moved here, they were little tiny baby trees, but they just covered this whole area. And we were talking about, but you know what, I could probably get some ryegrass growing in here. But see where it's sunny down there, I put ryegrass out last year and that was covered. But see, that middle tree right there could stand to come out. So it would be that one there. So that'll leave one tree. Take that one out. Leave this one. Ooh, I don't know if I want to take this one out right here. Maybe we'll take this one out. No digging. No digging. Maybe I'll take this cattywampy. It has three trunks on it. So I might take this one out. And I do tree trimming because I don't like anything touching me in the head, because that's where all the spiders are and stuff. But that'll help. See, right here just stays really wet, so that'll help that ground dry out. But I had what plastic I had left over from last year. I covered all of their house, and it's nice and cozy. Now it's not going to be able to see through, but this is the plastic that I used, and it's nice and cozy in here for when it's really winter time. But they come out also, so they have the option of staying in there, and they do. These ones here, you all quit barking, hush. So these ones over here are really good. If it's raining or nasty or yucky, they go inside. These ones over here, these ratty girls, like Peggy. Pegs. I know, girl. Here in the pouring down rain, if she thinks she can get a worm or two, she will be right out here digging away. And I've got 2 or 3 girls that are like that. So I do leave them shut up or locked in if I can, I had this door opening up at 8 o'clock. And if I can get out here, if I don't want them out, I'll block that off. I'll shut that off where they can't get out. But, oh, and I was going to show you this up here. Oh, this is inside their run, and I didn't do this last year. Or, well, I haven't done it at all. But I'm thinking if I've got to come in here, see, I've got big double doors. So if I've got to come in here and open up, now in the wintertime I was trying to pull these doors up behind me, but I thought if I could just get some of this, now it doesn't go all the way to the top, but I did this little panel right here in the door and just took it over as far as it would go and just zip tied it in. That just makes this a little bit more covered in. I had some straw that was wet, so I broke it up into chunks, and I've just got it setting up in here, drying out. And that's the last of the... So see, that makes it nice and thick. And if anybody's looking for what to, like, heat your coop up with, this little heater right here is pretty cool. It has a temperature setting. The lowest it goes is 50. And it's got a little fan in it. So if you hear it come on... And I can even stick my hand up underneath there. And it's all plastic. And it has the time, you can set up a timer for it or whatever. But I ran it yesterday. It's got a little on and off switch. Of course, it's electric. Have electric going everywhere. But what I do is, I really like that. I found it on Amazon. And it's going to be just enough to keep the chill off. Let's see, who did I have for it? Rudy. We had that really bad winter 2-3 years ago, and Rudy was sticking his, I think I said this before, he was sticking his wattle down in the water and stuff, and that's why I was giving him warm water in the morning and stuff. And he'd stick his wattle down in there, and then he'd be running around or whatever, and it all froze. My husband comes in, and he's got 2 blocks of ice right here. I'm like, oh my God. His comb froze up and fell off, and it was awful. So no more open waters for the winter time. This is what they have. So see that door, oh, they're all eating. Let me show you. So it's a little bit longer, so I just extended it out, and it went past the opening, which that covers the opening up, and it opens right up just fine. Hey girls, can I come in? Can I come in? All right. So no more open water. So what I do is I have this water, and it's wrapped. If you see the green right there, this is our first one, and we thought we would modify that at some point, which we haven't. So it's worked just fine. It looks like, you know, crap. It's ugly and dirty and dusty. But anyway, so my husband wrapped a heat tape, and the heat tape goes all the way to the end. And we had that covered with foam. But of course, the chickens ate it all. See, there's some of the foam left a little bit right there. But anyway, it plugs in around, comes in around back and plugs in that plug right there. If you've seen it. And I wanted to show you this water. Of course, it looks nasty and green on the outside. But I have never done anything with that inside. There's a little bit of sediment in there. But just keeping this lid on here. Just keeping that lid on there, and I fill it just whenever it needs filling. Now this way, if they drink off of those nipples, then they're not getting here. They're not getting any water in. They're not like saturating. Of course, I don't have that rooster anymore. So watch out, girl. I'm gonna shut the door. You have your door. But I don't have the roosters with the wattles anymore. Well, let me look at. I say that, and then, but like some of these girls have wattles and stuff. Snowbird, where are you? So, you know, I don't think they're long enough that they're going to get frostbite. Oh, there he is. So, yeah, he does have a little bit of his head, but he doesn't have real long wattles like Rudy had. So, but that keeps the water, you know, they do a little bit of water in the mouth and they're not sticking anything down in the water that would freeze. But my peppers are making it so far. What are the rabbits doing? He's looking at the rabbits. Let's go see what the rabbits are doing. So as that straw, oh, they got all this straw down here. Look, I gave them a bunch of straw and look at where it's all at. I need to shovel it back up and put it back up in here. Watch out. What are you girls doing? Oh, and you buried your water. Oh my goodness. You made you a trail right here and buried your water. You can't bury your water. Why would you bury your water? They're just going to bury everything. Get down. These are my fertilize makers. They have a job too. Even though I don't really like rabbits, I'll put up with 2 or 3 of them just so I can have. Let me see. I'm going to leave this right here. And you all are down there. Let me fill your water up. But I was talking about, I have in my, in the chicken house, because Peggy, I think, is handicapped or whatever, I have a, oh, I have the water shut off. I have a nesting box down on the floor for her or whatever. But I come out here the other day and here she is jumping out of the compost bin. So I guess I just get overly, you know, I think, and she just does her job just like everybody else. And I think she was up on this upper one right here. But if you can see, I just take all the grass cuttings, all the grass clippings, all of the, right now I'm getting a bunch of leaves and stuff. And then whenever I cleaned out their coop the other day, before it rained, I try and keep it cleaned out so you don't have the ammonia smell and everything. And then these girls come in here and mix it all in. My husband says, have you got that watered? Have you got all that turned in? I said, I don't have to do any of that. I may spray it a little bit, but these girls, they take care of all that, turning that over. They scratch it all up and they go crazy. I'm going to turn this water on and get them some water. I did not think they would. I don't have that pin closed. Don't push on that door. But I turned the, I put one of these in. And I shut it off so it sucks all the water out of it. Sucks everything down. So I don't have no frozen pipes. Look at my onions. Onions are doing good. I have one bean plant right there. It was a volunteer. It came back. Don't get in my carrots. Those are all my carrots going. So everything's looking good. My potatoes back there. But see, all of this, if I had a bunch of this tree cut out right here, I would be getting a lot more sunshine back here. Oh, this poor gate. I'm going to have to, get over here, boy. I'm going to have to come on. Re-level it, because I put too much on it. But, see, and I like these trees right here. This is great in the summertime, because sometimes I'll sit back here. But it's coming more and more and more over, and it don't need to be laying up there on top. I found a couple of water leaks over there that need to be fixed. But I gotta take this branch out here so we can still get some sunshine when that's coming around. You gotta really look at, whenever, like, people ask about gardens and where to put gardens and stuff. Placement is really important. You got to see what trees are growing around, what trees will potentially block out your sunlight. Look at that one's got some pretty markings on it. Somebody gave me that. They didn't want to give it to anybody because they thought they would eat it. I said, no, I don't eat rabbit. All I want is fertilizer. There you go, sillies. Sillies. So I got 3 rabbits in here. There's your water. But I got that all set up for them. I've never put straw in there before, but I had all that straw I needed to do something with. But this is their house in here. Hey there, bub. Hey there, bub. I'll pet them, but I won't pick them up. So there's your little house. So I'll fill that up even a little. I'll fill it up a little bit more as this straw in here dries. I'll fill it up and put it in there. But that's about all I got going on today. I'm going to come out here, like I said, and do the back side. I got one 10 by 20 to go over here. And then one 10 by 20. And if I can do 2 in one day, on a windy, cloudy, yucky day, I think I can do 2 on a beautiful, sunshiny day. See, leave me some comment. How's everybody's days going where you're at and what kind of weather you're having? I need some more interactions. I need some more comments on my post. That helps me and my subscribers also. Hi, Scooter. Say we want some more followers. Yes, we need some more followers. My Scooters. My $100 chicken. Hey, blue girl. That's my blue girl. And I was looking at, I wish I could get him in the sunlight. So this is Speedy with the green legs. And he's starting to feather out. So beautiful. And I was sitting here watching him eat, and she was close to me and the sun was kind of shining up. All of those feathers in the black, they are black, but they are they got a turquoise color to them. Hey there, Speedy. And he's doing better. He had a limp for a few days, but I kind of just let him go and see if they can take care of it on their own. And he did. It finally, sometimes it just pulled his foot or something like that, but you can't see it here in the dark. It just looks like black feathers, but they're beautiful turquoise feathers, and he's going to be fanning out. He's going to be beautiful. That's beautiful, boy. I just don't have I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. And my true black copper Marin, pretty girl. Scooter, you have some pretty girls. What girl? What? Quit untying my shoe. They're out here enjoying the day. Should be in more sunshine. A couple of them have little messed up bottoms, and so here in a little bit too, I just went and got them a big mix of their scratch, and I got a 1 pound container of red pepper flakes, so I'll be mixing that in, and then I'm going to change out some of their waters and put some apple cider vinegar and see if that'll help their bottoms a little bit. But these are what's left. I cut up most of my peppers, but there's still a few on there. I'm just gonna leave them until they freeze out. But I have more onions in here. And this is so nice and sunny and warm over here. Even on a cold day, this kind of blocks it. My cauliflower is coming along beautifully. Like I said, if I could get it out and get a few cold days, but just take care of the inner inner part of the plant, even though some bugs, grasshoppers, which you can't do a whole lot about, are out here eating it, even eating on my basil. But I got tons of that cut, got it all put away. But these are looking wonderful. They're coming up really good. I still have some lettuce in there. Oh, shadow. You get that lettuce cut. I'm down to a half a bag of lettuce in there. Been making salads and stuff for. This is my little miniature. Look at all the blooms on it, and there's some little plants on there. Just gonna let it go and see how long it goes. And then my broccoli, and along with my garlic, doing beautiful. And then my holy basil, I still haven't cut any of that up, which I need to get that cut up and put up. And then, of course, my marigolds look as beautiful, more beautiful now than they did all summer long, which is crazy. But I'll take it. It's nice. I got a fig off of here. Somebody was talking about their little, oh, is that one ripe? I just kind of feel them, and if they start to get soft or whatever. And I stood right here and ate it. I don't know that I'm a big fan of figs, but they're supposed to be good for you, and you can make some jellies and some jams with it. So that's my little fig tree, and it's already put on a bunch of little figs. And then my plants are coming back here. This one here. Look at this. Collards here. I think these are collard greens. If you know for sure that these are collard greens, hit me up down in the comment. I'm afraid to pick these because I put collard greens and then I put rhubarb. So I got this one here. And I was thinking, that can't be. That's got to be the rhubarb right there. And this has got to be collard greens. So after we get, which they said a little bit of a frost last night, and I could cut those because if you know, rhubarb, the leaves are poisonous. So I don't want to feed my husband. Cook them up like collard greens and then poison my husband. That would be terrible. But so I gotta check on that. So that's my little roundabout trip, what I'm doing today. And it looks like the wind is picking up a little bit. My face was wind burnt from yesterday. So I'm just going to get all this processed and done, and I'm going to wait. So by 2 o'clock, and I'm making dinner along with all this that I'm processing. So dinner will be done. And then, so that'll be taken care of. So by about 2 o'clock, I can so I've got a couple of hours, get all this processed, all of these put away up in the freezer, get those done, get them in the freezer, get as much done as I can, and get outside. And as long as the clouds don't come up and I don't know, some kind of crazy rain showers or something kick in. But hopefully in a couple of hours I can get, so that'll put me around 4 o'clock. And of course, you know, if you don't know, let's see, what's today? This weekend, time jumps back. And oh, happy Halloween to everybody. Today's Halloween. I should have wore one of my Halloween shirts. But I just want to thank you all for coming on this journey with me. And say hey, where are you from? Where are you listening from? I'd like to build some more of my followers and my content. I didn't show you my greenhouse. I've got it all closed up, so I don't even think about it. I've got a couple of my, one of my citronella plants, my palm tree, and my money plant all stored in there, which I showed you the other day. But I went ahead and closed it up, so it's nice and cozy and warm in there, and it, you know, for it to hold its heat in there, it heats up pretty good. And so yeah, that's just where we're at. And I thank you all for joining with me and following along. And if you like my content and want to see as we progress and as I move along and get the chicken coops closed in, I think I'll end up having to get some plastic just to kind of fill in some gaps here and there. But I'll go through, and I know I've folded up some and put some away, and I've been pulling it out. And boy, you know you're not supposed to be up on the counter. You know that? And I already tried to feed you a bell pepper and you didn't like it. You didn't like it? No. Get down. Can you say, bye, everybody? You're not supposed to be up here. But thank you all for joining me, and get some other family, friends to subscribe and build my subscribing, my followers, and comments. Let me know where you're coming from. If you're here in the local area, or if you've joined me from far away, and let me know how the weather is where you're at. So you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you're having some sunshine and some mild temperatures just like I am here. And I will catch you in the next video.